Recreator is Fate if it made sense. Honestly.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Because Anime. I don't even know what episode number we're on. But,
I think 21.
We're 21. We're getting there. Making our way. Which is kind of crazy. It's like 21 episodes.
Yep.
But anyways, today we're going to be talking about what we've been watching. Of course, it's always the beginning of the show. What's been going around? What have we been doing this whole last week? And then we're going to jump into our topic, which our topic today is we're going to talk about unique animes. Maybe, I don't know, what do you think of like unique, I guess, if you want to give an example?
Things that kind of separate from the usual animes. For example, you have Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, of course. They're different settings, but they're kind of the same with the topic, fighting the evil guys, superpowers, be it fantasy or science fiction.
Kind of out of the norm,
yeah,
in a different way. It could be even art style, I think.
Yeah,
too.
Art style, unique characters, unique story elements, something that sets them apart from the usual ones. And that's not me saying Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia are exactly the same. There's nothing different between them.
No. But yeah, so we're going to talk about our unique animes, and that's what we'll be diving into today.
Yep.
So, do you want to start what you've been watching this week? Or, I mean, we can kind of both, because we're watching the same things as well.
Kind of the same thing. I want to keep Vinland for the last one, because that episode was just so good. So, let's start with Dr. Stone. I finally caught up with Dr. Stone the last few episodes. I actually watched them today. I think stopped at 2, so I watched 3, 4, 5. I think 5 was the last one.
5. Came out.
I'm still having a lot of fun with Dr. Stone. Just makes me smile and grin.
What do you think of episode 3, though?
Time.
It was kind of creepy.
The
very end, the Y-Man.
The Y-Man.
Yeah, when they're on the boat, they're just like, we're chilling.
Nothing's happening, and out of nowhere, I kind of like that when.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, "Oh, that's weird. That's kind of creepy."
I'm so happy you're getting to the main plot, so to say.
Yeah.
Finally handling what happened with the petrification, with everything, how it came to be. But yeah, and Ryusui, I'm just liking the way he views the world, honestly, so much. Of course, I love Senku, but Ryusui with his greed, I just love that mentality so much. That's why I think out of the scenes in general, greed is my favorite one, not just in Dr. Stone. But this kind of greed, not just being greedy, hey, I want everything for me, for only me, anybody else doesn't matter. He wants everything for everybody, for the world, and he's willing to do anything and everything. And even more when we saw his backstory a bit when he was a kid and they took away his allowance, he did it himself. What needed to be done.
We're gonna talk about unique stuff. He's a unique character.
Right? He's very very unique, and you can even say Dr. Stone is a bit unique. He's kind of an.
I would too. Yeah. There's nothing really like Dr. Stone that I have seen so far in my anime.
Can you even classify it as an isekai of sorts? Kind of walk in a different world?
Kinda, but not really.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
he didn't die,
isekai
but
yeah,
sort of isekai, not directly.
But it's
isekai.
so like scientific. Like, I mean, there are science like anime, but this one's it's different. So I would put this as a unique anime.
Yeah, definitely. It's very very fun. Just makes me, I don't know, smile, grin every time I'm watching anything Dr. Stone. I love the reactions, the faces, and even now with them building that ship, and every time saying, I'm gonna do this, all of them, wait, what are you gonna do? He proceeds to do it. Just makes me enjoy it so much. So
I like the chocolate part is my favorite part.
Oh yeah,
the newest episode.
They finally made.
What is this? Holy shit! This is good.
Yeah, that's a very good point you brought. We take so many things for granted, like chocolate, for example, and imagine after 3,000 years, there's no more chocolate in the world or something else.
Yeah.
That kind of mess
or
up with,
you've never had chocolate in your life,
something very new that somebody else has no experience with it.
No concept of like, I don't know what chocolate is, because you got the original people that have been, civilizations.
So many things have been lost in Dr. Stone for the people that came after.
Yeah, so
Dr. Stone is still fun. I'm having so much fun with it. I can't wait for more.
I just saw episode 3 of the ending though. I was like, man, that's a 180. Like, I kind of got
Yeah.
like creeped out a little bit. Like,
Why, man?
okay.
And just that simple question: why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
All it is,
Why?
all we hear is the dots, and they're like, well, what is he trying to say? I knew it was Morse code, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Then Senku's like, it says why.
Mm.
And he's like, and they're like, well, why would they say
And
that?
I just love his reaction instantly. He got excited instead of scared. That's why I like Senku. I like his personality so much.
Like,
Even they commented
so
on it.
Which is very interesting. It leads a big question to like, obviously, like, why would this guy or person or whatever this is?
Yeah, whatever I was about to say. Is it even a guy? Is it even human entity? Whatever it actually is.
It's the One Piece.
Definitely.
But yeah,
they're gonna find the One Piece there.
So yeah, Dr. Stone's been great though.
Yeah, I agree. I love Dr. Stone. Can't wait for more. I think this one also has 11 episodes, if I remember the episode count correctly. I hope we're gonna get more after season 4.
I mean, Dr. Stone's done, so I don't know how much.
I hope it's gonna get a full adaptation because it deserves it. It's just a fun series. Of course, it's exaggerated. You need some suspension of disbelief, of course. Hey, let's be honest here, but it's just simply fun.
Yeah, and I learned some things too.
Yeah, very educational also. This is an anime that needs to be put in school.
Yes.
For kids. Not dumb things that we got in school, like random movies, random documentaries that they just bored you to death. Imagine if we saw this thing as a kid. We'd be happy. Hey, something cool is happening in school.
Yeah. And you're interested in the story.
And actually get people into science, see how cool science can be, how far humanity has gotten.
Yeah.
Considering like 200 years ago, everything was like the Dark Ages, and now look at us doing a podcast talking about anime from another country and everything.
Yep. It's crazy. So what else we got? What are we?
Let's see. Demon Slayer. Also watched the last episode. This one for today, as you guys know, we're gonna watch it after we record.
Yeah. So,
but again, straight into action, and also something very curious is happening with one of the characters, Genya.
I'm excited for this one coming up because obviously we're towards the end there, but
yeah.
But yeah, interesting. But you're talking about the gun guy, right?
Yeah.
He ain't giving up.
Of course he's not. I'm curious what you think when they reveal what he's doing. I'm actually very curious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about
I know
him.
that's why I'm not saying anything. I'm really curious what you're gonna think when it's shown.
Well, yeah, there's multiple, dude.
Yeah, and they finally discovered a bit that the more he splits, the less powerful those clone entities are with him.
Yeah.
And
he right now though, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but he kind of feels weaker than the last demon they fought. But he's supposed to be higher rank.
He does, but I don't think we've seen the actual full power.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But I'm like, right now, I'm like, kind of seems
because remember, first we saw Ducky, the girl, and even she didn't feel, hey, this is a 12 moon upper 12 moon. Of course, she was very powerful. We only realized how powerful upper moon is when her brother came out.
Yeah.
Before then, sure.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, this guy's number 4, right? I think
4 and 5. I think they are 4 and 5 here, both of them.
Okay. That's what I was like, and he's higher up because the one that they killed last was the lowest rank, I think. Out of the top demons, so I don't know. That's right now, but I kind of figured like there's probably something more.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more to them.
So,
but
yeah, I'm excited to see.
I don't know if you saw what kind of. I was like, yes, again, it's happening. They were complaining about the fish, how it looked everywhere on social media. The fish. I mean,
it was a CGI fish, whatever.
Yeah, it was a CGI fish, but it kind of made sense because somebody made a very good point. It was made to be something out of this world. You're supposed to have that uncanny valley feeling to it a bit, which I think they kind of achieved with the CGI. Would they like for it to be 2D? Sure, but it still looks.
You could kind of compare it to right now, like Hell's Paradise fish guy was not CGI.
Yeah, no, that guy was. That one was a lot creepier, honestly, than the fish.
I was just.
Yeah, it's a very good point. I'm glad you brought it up. But
so that's just what came to my head. I was like, well, there was a fish dude on Hell's Paradise.
Fish,
That wasn't a
fish are
CGI.
scary. Fish can be really
Yeah.
scary.
But I don't know.
One more thing with Demon Slayer. I saw there was this pretty big thread on Twitter. They went and compared still shots from the anime to the manga and say, hey, this wasn't the exact thing. I'm like, dude, I'm so tired of manga is better. They didn't do this one-to-one. Like,
nah.
Please. So far, Demon Slayer has been, I think it more than improved the manga. Like, it's beyond the manga. The anime, it's one of the exceptions where you can say the anime is leagues above the manga.
And that's what I hear from a lot of people. Like, the anime is way better than the manga.
There's this one. The mouth wasn't in the right angle. He didn't have the green. Dude, relax. Go touch some grass. It's right out there.
Like the people of My Hero. It's
an
anime. You're animating movement and stuff like that. Of course, you got still shots.
Yeah,
in the manga.
Cherry picking so much. Like, I get it. So anime fucks up a lot of the time compared to the manga. Like. It's very easy to say that, but I'm also very
more
tired
mad about like the story stuff. I don't like your animation. Like, why does it have to be 1-to-1? Like, I don't know.
And I think it
maybe
looks
like certain big moments, but I don't know. Like, I didn't read the manga or anything like that, but I didn't.
Me neither. I just have random spoiler. I read some things just to see where it was gonna lead. I didn't read the full manga to get.
Also, like how I found the My Hero one. Like, I thought the My Hero episode was great.
Yeah.
And then I go on Twitter and people are complaining about
the
one.
face. So...
Yeah. I was like, it's so small. Like, it's like...
It's,
We're talking about a second. Like 2 seconds.
A frame, like an actual frame. They're complaining about frames. Was when Tanjiro realized that he could attack this demon that was cloning. He had that green, like, excited. And in the manga, he looked a bit more unhinged, more evil than he looked in the anime. I'm like, okay, sure. It kind of reminded me a bit of Jujutsu Kaisen when they were making those faces when they're going unhinged there. But I kind of like the anime version more than the manga version. The way it looks. So I get it. You can like either or, it doesn't matter. But just cherry picking and random complaints and I
think today's episode's gonna be awesome though. I think we're getting
I'm excited for it also. Booba girl.
Yeah, Booba. And Booba.
She's finally getting back there.
I'm excited for her. So.
So yeah, Demon Slayer has been good, straight into the action, much faster than previous seasons.
I like the episode before this more than this one, but it's still good though.
Yeah, this kind of felt more like a connection episode, honestly. There were a lot of...
they didn't like go full dive in like fighting crazy. They're kind of like, we're trying to figure this out. And
it reminded me a bit of One Piece pacing, honestly, because there were a lot of scenes where they're just standing still and showing faces. I'm gonna do this and stand still for like a few seconds before I do it, especially the staff guy. There were a lot of scenes like that into the episode, and I agree with you. The previous episode was better than this one.
But I mean, again, that's minor. It's it's just how I felt. But that's because it was the surprise, and this was like they're trying to figure out now how this ability or whatever, Not saying it was bad or anything like that.
No. It's not about was bad. When it's bad, I'm gonna straight up say it. It's bad, like Boruto. But yeah.
Oh my! I have no problem. I will complain. Trust me, I complain.
Yeah.
Very much about Trigun. So all right. What do we got next here?
We got Hell's Paradise. Since you also mentioned the fish.
Yeah.
Are you fully caught up with Hell's Paradise? What did you think so far?
Very good. Very interesting. Is it okay? My question is right now, the way I'm feeling about it, is this a longer anime, or is this just a 1 season and done?
I think there should be enough material for 2 seasons. I don't think they can wrap it up in 1 season. If I remember, the manga is ended.
Like, I kind of laughed because when she was like, "Oh, I gotta," when she's talking about her comrades or whatever. They showed like, I think it was like 3. I was like, there's not many left. So
no, they keep dying one after the other.
There's not many characters left, so I don't know. Like, we're halfway through the season, and I'm like,
I think it needs a season 2 at least. I don't know if season 3 probably, but there's no way they can finish it in 1 season.
I was just curious because I'm like, because even my wife asked, was like, "Is this a longer anime?" I was like, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea if this is going to be I don't know if this is gonna be like a 13, a 24.
I think it's 13. I think it's 13. Let me check just to make sure.
Yeah, but like
it's
the
13.
whole thing. Okay, but the whole thing though, do we know? Like I don't know how long the manga is.
It's 127 chapters, and it's finished.
Okay, so it is longer. Oh, it's done.
Yeah, I already said it's finished. The manga is finished, so it kind of needs like 2 seasons at least.
Yeah, it's about 2 seasons worth. I don't know how much
I would say like
animate.
Maybe 50 episodes it needs in total for the entire story to be finished, around there.
Because I was like, okay, this could, like I said, it could wrap up, or there is obviously more to the.
Yeah, there's no way to finish it in season 1 in 13 episodes.
Yeah. No, it's just the way it was going. I was like,
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And even more after that steamy ending that we got in this episode with that luscious Yuri action with the lips and the fruits there. I'm like, okay, those don't really look like humans. So even when I was talking in the video, are they humans, angels, spirits, gods?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I was saying some kind of goddess. Yeah, because it's supposed to be Paradise Island or what exactly it seems very god,
but
like
also that entire episode it felt Sagiri is doing breath techniques from Demon Slayer, water technique there, and they're trying to fight a titan with that giant Karukitsu. I'm like, Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer episode, and that giant, I said it in the video, was just a baby misunderstood throwing a tantrum. Kind of made me. That was a beautiful and sad scene how they ended the guy's life. It was very misunderstood. His brain was never fully developed. Kind of a sad life to live. Of course, not trying to excuse his action. Killed so many people, but kind of sad having somebody in that position.
Yeah, and he was a tank, man. He was a tank. But yeah, and I think of like Attack on Titan with the giant whatever monsters. I'm like, so the Titans are coming in. So Hell's Paradise has been fun. It's very interesting.
It has. I like the characters and Yuzuriha. You can do it, Gabimaru. You can do it when she's cheering on him. I'm not gonna help you, just cheer for you.
She's just doing information. Like, I just got to figure out. Well, yeah, I was right before this started. I had the first episode. I was like, I have a feeling like there's a lot of characters that are going to die. Now, obviously not the main, but like that was just like my feeling on it.
Yeah, definitely from the first episode, you can kind of tell that.
Like this is darker. People are not going to be safe in this one, and so I mean it's definitely been true so far.
I still think that guy with the eye patch, Aizen, is the most useless character I've ever seen in anime. Or at least one of the most useless characters.
Oh, he's definitely up there. At least for Hell's Paradise. Yeah.
I mean, he started.
I like that stuff. I like that. Like, you think he's going to be an important character, and then you just. I like that surprise.
He felt like an important character. He's gonna do something. He was a bit of an asshole to Sagiri, the main girl. Then he instantly died. Then it's not he died very easily. But then he also allowed Toma, brother of Chobei, to infiltrate the Simon and get him out. So he was useless double time. So we'll see. He's pretty interesting.
Oh, when that happened, I was like, oh, okay. That was quick.
Very easy. I didn't expect him to die that fast.
No, I didn't either. But yeah. Oh, Hell's Paradise is good, man. I'm curious where it's gonna go, how it'll go, and that's interesting that it is completely done too. So
I hope it's gonna get a full adaptation. I don't know if you guys know if they said anything, articles, news, comments, and things like that. Let us know down below in the comments. It's pretty fun series right now. I like the characters, especially Sagiri got a lot of moments to shine here in this episode. She kind of needed that, honestly, because previously she was kind of very in doubt with a lot of things for herself. So yeah, this was a pretty important episode for her. Where we'll see. Where else do we have? MASHLE. What do you think about MASHLE?
This is funny.
Yeah, I was laughing so much.
They had another Harry Potter thing. I was like, oh, that's a Mana Drake there from, but it's the Japan version though, because it's part of their what are they called?
Dormitories
or whatever. The vegetable or whatever.
Mandragora.
Yeah. Is that how you say it? I thought it was like, what do they call it? I started with a D, but I don't remember.
Nah, it's still Mandragora.
Oh. But they reminded me, I was like, oh, it's Mandrake's from Harry Potter. I mean, it's the same concept
Yeah, it's
or whatever.
a
But I
lot
thought,
of Harry Potter.
yeah. But I think it's funny. So,
Yeah. But I'm gonna say it. I like the universe more than Harry Potter. A lot more. Even though
the
it's very
universe?
inspired. I mean, inspired by
See,
Harry Potter. I like MASHLE universe more than Harry Potter universe. Even
I don't know about
if
that.
it's very early right now.
I
have a lot of
the thing
issues
with Harry
with
Potter,
Harry Potter universe.
well, the thing with Harry Potter is, in my opinion, the best thing it does is it's a world you want to live in because you would like to go to school. You would like to be in that magical.
Yeah, I would like to
That's
go
the
to
most
school here
impressive
also.
thing, in my opinion, that would do. Here, no, I don't know. It doesn't give me the same like vibe, I guess, of that. But I still really enjoyed the show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
MASH is awesome, and I like this kind of like fun thing. Like, well, what if we had this like One Punch Man guy in this kind of universe? So,
Giga Chad in Harry Potter universe. That's how I titled my first episode.
Giga Chad, yeah, in the Harry Potter universe, which is fun. It is fun. But yeah, this one was a good one. We got a new character. I think we got the main cast now. I think.
Yeah, we kind of have Lance feels like the rival for MASH. They kind of have that between them. Dot seems like the delinquent type friend. Yeah. She's probably gonna become a friend also. Lemon, of course, she's gonna be the girl, the spaced out girl.
I think there's 5 of them, right?
Yeah, Finn also feels like the best friend type. I think they're gonna be the main cast moving forward. Of the students that we got right now.
And now we're getting another, I like that he kept making cream puffs.
Oh yeah, that's his main purpose in life. Cream puffs are the answer to everything.
I just like that, like, he did all the same steps, but it came out as a cream puff. Yeah.
Lance was so dumbfounded. Like, I literally was near you. I guided you. I helped you. Somehow it's still a cream puff.
So, no, it's great right now. I love it. I love it a lot. It's fun. It's just another fun one.
Next episode is probably going to be a fight. I'm actually excited for it. That guy, he fucked up and he's going to find out next episode.
He's going to find out. He knocked a cream puff out, man. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see that. Yeah, and the red hair guy was fun too. I thought it was funny with the girl.
Yeah, he has no idea how to socially act around the girl.
Yeah.
At all.
Even though he was kind of getting the moves or whatever, but he couldn't handle it. So. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. That girl was trying to use her magic on him with the attraction magic that she kind of has, and he kind of put a spell on himself without even needing her magic.
She didn't need to use the magic. He was having that inner battle in himself, Poor dude. Yeah, poor guy. But he seems pretty fun too. Like the crew definitely, we have all their personalities and stuff. It seems pretty fun. So, and then anything else with MASH?
No, that's pretty much it, except Lolicon and Siscon Lance, which was again funny with him being smashed in the wall, and
he just threw himself.
Yeah, he lost to himself.
Yeah. His weakness, his kryptonite.
And I think that's it with MASHLE. We're gonna see next week and Vinland. That's already. Did you watch anything else besides Vinland?
I did watch some. Okay, so I watched 3, well, technically 4 others, but yeah.
You wanna do Vinland first or the 4?
We'll do Vinland very last. How about that?
Okay, let's keep Vinland last. Okay.
Okay. So for me, I watched more of what is that? 80,000 gold for retirement. I am about episode 7 now on that. That's kind of been my winter one I'm working on right now. So far, it's gotten better actually. Compared, I wasn't really getting into it much at the beginning, but now I kind of have an idea where it's going. But it's still kind of like mediocre in my opinion. It's kind of like chill, but a little bit of funny.
Me those vibes, yeah.
A little bit of fun. At first, it was like kind of dark, and I was like, okay, this is weird and interesting. But then now we're kind of like, we're at the part where it's like set up where she has a store and she's doing the in between worlds because she can transfer between the real world. So she brings stuff from the real world to this like medieval fantasy world, and she's trying to start her own store and her own business there, and she's trying to get her customers and stuff. And it's kind of funny where like the first people that come in, she's like, "Oh, I can, like this." She's trying to like sell like shampoo and stuff, and
A lot of anime use that shampoo
yeah,
gimmick.
well, because it was 3 girls that came in or whatever, and then she's like, "Well, I could cook you, food or whatever," because food is powerful and stuff like that. So, but she just got like bagged food and she was cooking in there or whatever, and they had it, and they're like, they just obviously, of course, they loved her, whatever. But then they were really confused, like, "Oh, how did you get fish?" Like, could she cook some fish, because their system, it takes like 3 days for them to get fish to bring it to their town, and it's not really, this is medieval times, so it's not really very well, fish. And so that made a big stir up, and like, well, how in the world did she get, fish and stuff like that? So it's kind of like that kind of like fun stuff.
Kind of reminds me of Campfire, honestly, and feels like Campfire did it better.
A little bit, but not the cooking, because she's like, now she's with like some royalties, and she's kind of like a wedding planner now. She's helping with like this, she brings her to her world and to like a wedding, store or whatever. So it does like a little bit of everything. And then the girls are all getting obsessed with the shampoo, because they're like, "I've never had my hair like this." And it's kind of funny when she uses it on one of the girls, and she's like, "What? It's not working. Like, why is it?" She does like 3 times more, and then finally, because it's so like, she's like, "Wow, your hair's dirty,"
so
like,
dirty,
yeah. So, but like I said, it's kind of chill. It's kind of fun, and like it's gotten better now. We're kind of getting to the store part, and like how she's mixing everything like this.
Seems more slice of lifey.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm kind of curious, because there was I think it's in the cover or something like that. Like, is she gonna bring a gun to this world? I don't know. So
Murica,
I'm curious to see. Yeah, she's talking about like pocket knives and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly what she's gonna do, but yeah, it's not. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not bad. The other one I watched. I'm all caught up now on Home Hero, which is the one.
I still haven't started. Like I said, I'm gonna wait to binge it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Has it gotten better, or?
Yeah. I'm hooked. I'm like,
I'm glad.
The situation just like escalates more, and like, I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Like this Yakuza they're very smart. They know what they're doing. They've been through this. They've done this, and he's pretty smart too. But it's just like this back and forth of like
battle of wits a bit.
Yeah. So, and then, well, the recent episode got even more interesting and stuff like that, and it's just, I have no idea how it's gonna end. But it's a fun battle between trying to outwit, I guess.
I like those type of series.
It's a big problem. Yeah, it's a big problem, and he's got a lot of things he's got to go against. Is what I'm gonna say. I feel bad for the dude. I really do.
Yeah,
this is a dark like situation. Like, it is kind of a dark themed more show. But yeah, I'm hooked on it, honestly. So I can't wait to see more of it. So and then the other thing is I started watching Naruto Shippuuden again with my son. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a rewatch, obviously, with my kid. I told him we're gonna skip filler though.
So, 100%. Please skip filler.
So I got the list for us. So when we go through, because I wanted to rewatch it, because I haven't seen it in like,
it's been a while. For me.
When did it end? Like 2013, 14? I don't even know. Maybe
I don't know. Earlier, probably 8 or something.
Yeah. So anyways, so I'm rewatching that because it's just kind of a refresher. That's gonna be really slow though. Like,
it's a more long-running project.
Yeah. Just when me and my kid get some time, we'll just, if he wants to watch, and we'll So we're like on episode 5 right now. I did think it was funny because the Garo episode. So before what was their names there? The blonde hair and the guy with the broken back, whatever. The Katsuki, when they first like enter Gaara's town.
Oh, yeah,
And he's
Deidara.
he's flying above the town. I'm
Yeah,
like, no one
Deidara.
sees that giant white bird up there. Like,
I mean, they're not used to look in the sky,
I
but
know,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying,
Yeah,
like,
I get it,
it's pretty big up there.
I get it.
So I just thought it was funny, but
And
you know,
he's also
it's been a
very
while
loud.
since I
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Naruto shit because I used to watch it like week to week and stuff.
Yeah,
So
me too,
like my
trust me. Those
memories,
flashbacks just and the
yeah,
fillers, yeah. I thought
yeah.
about doing a rewatch also, maybe even start with Naruto and then
Well,
go
I
into
watched not yeah,
Shippuden.
I watched Naruto not too long ago with my
Oh,
wife, and
I get it.
then my kid watched all of Naruto. He just got caught up, and so
That's
now we're
perfect then. That's
starting
actually perfect
Shippuden.
timing, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'd like to rewatch Shippuden because I just watched Naruto
Just
not that long ago because me and the wife watched it,
don't tell
and
him about Boruto, please.
oh man, I
Please.
might have to suffer through that because that could be fun, you know.
Yeah, I don't think
I can
that's
get you
fun.
going, you know.
Uh,
We can have fun diving into that. Um, and then the last thing that I didn't even start my stream last night because I wanted to watch One Piece because
oh,
they
yes,
were advertising in
that
Japan
app.
the movie theaters, and I was like, oh, I'm excited for this because well, and I know I've read the manga,
Oh
you
yeah, a
know,
bit of
because
spoilers here. One Piece spoilers. Spoilers
um,
warning. 3, 2,
well,
1. Spoilers.
oh, wait, are we gonna talk about the manga? I was just
No,
saying I
no,
just read the manga,
the
and
anime. Just with the anime
oh,
spoilers if people didn't watch the episode.
oh yeah, for Sanji, yeah. But that's why I said on Twitter, I was like, this is the start because I had to go. I looked at the chapters. I was like, okay, from now
This is
on
where we're
till
going to,
where we
yeah.
are right now in every episode is gonna be a lot of fun. So watch the new Sanji episode. Sanji fans are very happy.
Very,
I would
very
say
high. I
that
saw some
I'm very
screenshots
happy.
and clips, yeah.
Yes, I loved it. I thought it was great.
I should probably catch up also because I'm like 20 episodes behind with
Yeah,
the anime.
yeah.
Let me see, 46. Yeah, 20
No,
episodes.
it was like movie quality pretty much,
Yep,
and it was
yep.
cool. They added extra things that I really enjoyed, and me and my wife were talking. So my wife caught up on the manga too,
Oh,
so I could say
nice. Also
spoilers.
talking about some manga, so if you guys...
Yeah, but she she was 20 episodes behind. She caught up, and then I've been teasing her like, oh man, things are going crazy, and then it was kind of funny. I went after one of my streams. I went upstairs, and I'm like, oh, she was on her phone. I'm like, well, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm reading the manga. I was like, what?
Nice.
And so,
That's awesome.
yeah, I caught her. I was like, "What are you doing?" Because I was like, "I wanted reactions from you." From the
Doesn't
episodes. I
matter.
was like,
One Piece
"Whatever,
is more
whatever."
important than your
Yeah,
reactions.
yeah, whatever. So it doesn't matter because now I'm excited because now I can
Yeah.
talk about it.
You
We've
can
been
finally
theorizing a
talk
lot of
about it.
things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we've been theorizing a lot of things and
I
stuff. So
think
that's been a lot of fun.
what was it? Next is the king fight, right? If I
Yes,
remember correctly.
but we have a recap for next week.
Yeah, but I mean in the main story, I
Yeah,
think the
yes.
king fight
The next one
the
is
next one. Yeah.
so. If you want to know, I guess this is a spoiler. We already warned you spoilers, but
Yep.
I'll spoiler warning again. We are pretty much at all the ending fights right now. It's just gonna go boom, 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 boom. So, but yeah, with this quality, if they, Sanji's fight, man, like what's coming further,
It's
we're
gonna
not that
be
far away,
insane now. I think
dude. I'm
around
like,
summer, maybe towards the end of the summer, is gonna happen or something there.
they did this with Sanji, man. Oh man, like the quality of what's coming
Yeah.
up is gonna be insane.
Actually,
So
it's going to break the internet when One Piece
yes.
happens. It's gonna be insane.
So, and I'm not even like the biggest Sanji fan. I do like Sanji, but
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, I get it.
the people that love Sanji, like, because I'm Zoro, okay,
I like Zoro also
Team
better than
Zoro.
Sanji. Yeah.
But hey, I still like Sanji a lot. But
Yeah,
Team
it's not.
Sanji,
Yeah,
Team Sanji got a win for this
they
episode.
got
Right,
more than a win.
this is definitely the best fight scene that Sanji's had easily, in my opinion, and it was great. And I like the whole they did like this backstory kind of like with like the Vinsmoke stuff and because it is a spoiler, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're not caught up at all, like
Everybody should be pretty
he's
much caught up here. If you're watching right
this
now,
is in
you
the
should
this
know.
this is in the anime. So if you're caught up, whatever, you already know. But like he's a cyborg. Like he finally awakened, in him. So because ever since he put that suit on, it got the cells that kick in.
Activated everything, yeah.
And so now, and Queen's telling him like, "Oh, you're just gonna be like, your brothers and stuff like that. You're gonna be this machine, this weapon, because that's what you were created." But they did a cool background story where like he's wearing the mask, that he had as a kid on there, and like saying, and he's like, I don't give a crap or whatever, like Sanji, you know how
Mhm.
badass he is. So he's like, I don't give a crap, whatever you think. And so yeah, it was great though. I loved it. I loved the episode. Oh, they did something that I was telling my wife. They did what do you call that? The music that is not really in One Piece. Kind of like that holy, that epicness. I'm trying to give you an example, like I can't think of like a cinematic music, like the like medieval,
Like Fortuna, if you know Fortuna.
uh, I'm trying to give an example, like Lord of the Rings kind of music.
Yeah, the epic
Like
fantasy
the
type music.
epic fantasy music.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they were
I
doing
get, I
that in
get.
this, and I was like, oh, I love this stuff.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too, me
like,
too. Especially when
I was
it
like,
hits the perfect moment. Is
yeah, and they did that with like before, like right at the beginning of the fight. I'm like, oh, I like this. And I was thinking, I was like, they really haven't done much of this in One Piece because they kind of have One Piece has their own like theme
yeah, their
music
own
and stuff they
style.
use a
Yeah, yeah.
lot. Yeah, and this was like added, so I'm like, okay, I like this a lot. So very, very, very cool. But yeah, the episode was great. I'm super excited because they did the release staff for the next episode that
I
they
saw,
have
the stuff.
very,
Yeah,
very big names working on the
I'm
next
so glad
Zoro
One
versus
Piece is
King.
getting the
Yeah.
love and passion and work it
Oh,
deserves.
so I guess One Piece is big in France then? I think it's probably
Hmm.
the second biggest country, like popularity wise. So I've seen on Twitter they are trying to get um the big ending fight scene in theaters. They're trying to call out. They're trying to get theaters around France to play it
That's
in
great,
theaters. So um,
and I just
I think
wish
that's kind of funny and kind of cool.
more people would
So
get into One Piece. They're missing just one of the
yeah, yeah.
standout
It's gonna get
stories in
bigger and
history.
bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously the newest chapter was great as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like that as
And
well a lot. But
did you see what Oda said, Eiichiro Oda, about the Netflix live adaptation?
yes, I did. Yeah, I read a little bit of that too.
I still don't trust it. Basically, he said
Uh,
it's gonna be released when he's satisfied with it. But
yeah,
I mean,
did it?
that's not.
I
I don't.
just
I'm not saying I don't trust him. I just don't trust Netflix.
yeah, I don't either.
That's what I'm
I
saying. I
just
still have so many doubts and misgivings about even any live action adaptation, especially from Netflix, when it
it's
comes to
just
anime.
One Piece just fits as an anime, man.
I mean,
Like
it doesn't translate, and it doesn't have to translate. I don't just use the
no,
money for something else. Why does it even need to be a live action? And
I
just
don't know.
finish another season of whatever good shows
Like
that you cancel Netflix. Put the
if you
money
gave me the
more into
money and
One
like
Piece.
if you gave me the money to make an anime into live action, I would definitely not pick One Piece.
No, One Piece is not the type
That
of
is a
anime to,
that is way too hard of a project to do.
and it doesn't translate. It's
No.
a wrong storytelling method for something like One Piece.
Well, you need the CGI. Like you need an insane budget for how much
I
CGI
mean,
you would have to
even
use.
then, let's say they did
Like
Avatar,
building
The Way
ships
of
and stuff.
Water, just full on
Yeah.
CGI, everything. I don't even think that would have translated better into an anime or a cartoon than a
I'm
CGI.
just saying to get it to like okay, like
Yeah, yeah.
you need an insane budget for how much like just the way Luffy moves and stuff. The way
Everything.
like the fishmen, like if you're gonna do the Arlong arc first, like you have like how are they gonna look? Like that project is insanely hard to do. Like I would
Yeah.
not want to take that up
No.
at all. And that's just the beginning of it. It gets even harder
Just
later on.
imagine them doing the Marineford War as a live action.
Yeah.
It's why? And it's not even gonna get there. If you think the pacing of the anime has issues, which it does, imagine them trying to adapt live action One Piece. You're gonna get like,
I think it would be the opposite. I think they'd fly through it.
yeah, they'd fly through it, but it's gonna be worse, like a
Oh yeah,
lot
way worse.
worse.
Yeah.
You're complaining about
I'm saying, I
slow.
would just say it'd be the opposite. Speed.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too fast. It's like, hey, they're in Arabasta. No, wait, they're in Skypiea. No, wait, they're
Yeah,
already
yeah.
in Marineford. Wait.
Yeah. Oh, it would.
Just
But
whiplash.
yeah, I just when they announced that, I was just like, why?
I don't know.
Why? We don't need this.
There's
don't.
so many things. Why does this need to
Just
happen?
give us another One Piece movie, animated. Like just
Yeah, put that money
Alright.
into another One Piece movie, or just keep it for the anime and keep the quality of the animation moving forward. You don't have to spend that money. I get it. Just
No, honestly, though, it's probably Netflix went to like, hey, to Oda and tried to.
Sure, I get it. Why? Yeah.
But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so One Piece has been great, especially the new. I was just thinking the newest manga chapter with a very interesting fight that is happening.
We're gonna need to get at some point into
we
One
need
Piece
to,
episode. We need one full
there's a lot
One Piece
happening.
episode. Just
also, I have theories. I don't know. All I'll say is like I don't know if Shanks is going to be a good guy or a bad guy.
That's
because I have a theory.
We even talked about it in the podcast. Yeah. I have so many. I'm like 50-50 on Shanks. I don't know where to place him, honestly.
Yeah, because
I'm the
same. We need to talk about. We need to do
We're gonna have One Piece episode at some point.
God, I have to get Brian on here because he's been waiting to talk about it. He's a super fan. He's been reading for years. And he's been wanting to talk about. We message each other every time the new chapter comes out and stuff like that, or the new anime episode. You know, I'll hear my phone go ding 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 ding. I'm like, oh, that's Brian. It must be
the One
new
Piece
chapter
guy.
out. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my wife, so my wife's friends with him or whatever, and then she only watches the anime, and he's like, he reads the manga, and then I read the manga, and then she told him that I read the manga, and then we just started chatting about it, and then that's how we became friends. So
One Piece bringing people together.
Yeah. So, but now the last one that we want to talk about is Vinland.
Honestly, this episode was just rough, but beautiful. Sadness to this, death to life, everything. I actually cried so much that episode. Just insane what quality storytelling, how much attention they gave, just the swapping back and forth to that color palette that it had when he was riding that carriage outside there in the fields, and him seeing just the dark side of it, his life, the pain, everything he suffered there, thinking of his families, the regret, and near him Arnhide she knew he was gonna die and trying to comfort him even in his last moment. Just insane episode that we got
especially for like, I mean, it's big characters in season 2, but like it's like kind of like side characters, but like how much attention they got, and like it's the meaning behind all of it.
It made me think about my life, just the choices, everything that we've all done. All of us have regrets, bad things that happened in life, and seeing that moment just gives you some pause, to say the least.
Yeah, life is short, and in the end, you want to, you don't want to have regrets, because when it's at the end, it's over. Like, so during life, you should go out. Yeah, you should go out and try to do whatever you want to do. As long as it's good,
and make sure you.
Because life is short, and that's my whole thing is like, when end of my life, I want to have the least amount of regrets as possible. Yeah. I think who was it? Was it Denzel Washington? And the quote, like seeing a great he's like, he said something like seeing a graveyard and it makes you really sad for all the regrets they had or whatever. Obviously, I'm butchering it, but like the meaning of it is like,
the meaning, you
get it. Or if you go to, it's like people say, if you go to like a nursing home and you talk to older people and they talk about like, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that.
Things differently. Made that choice. Didn't do that.
Yeah.
Episode just.
That's what this episode kind of it captures, right? Like he made a choice, and it wasn't for the better, and he's regretting it.
Regretting would be an understatement that was happening.
Yes.
And even the calm that he had there, when even from the beginning, when Snake, I thought, hey, this is gonna be over, right? Snake killed him. We're gonna see what's happened after that. I didn't expect him to actually wake up and looking like a god over there above Snake.
I didn't see that coming either.
How Snake, how skilled Snake is, one of the most interesting characters that we got in season 2, and just seeing him dangling like a ragdoll, he didn't feel like the powerful warrior. He was useless after that moment. There, even Thorfinn trying to get
makes you realize they're all human.
Yeah, they're human. No matter how skilled they are, in the end, everybody is human. You can die very, very easily, no matter who you are or what you are in Vinland. And the realization when the Arnheid, especially the voice actress for Arnheid, did such an amazing job. You can feel the pain in the voice acting that just breaks your heart, honestly. The
I thought it was funny too, because like we're like, yeah, the Thorfinn and the snake fight.
The fight wasn't the focus of the episode.
No, well, that's what a lot of people before you went into this episode, you're like, yeah.
That's gonna be the fight.
Emotional damage happened. Okay.
That was actually my thumbnail. Emotional damage. It broke me, honestly.
Yeah.
And
it hit hard, man. Like, it hit hard.
The fight was also awesome. We saw Thorfinn fight a bit. He did more than okay against Snake, but Snake won that because the battle wasn't actually about the battle. He won the control of what he was trying to do. He got to Gardar. He made Thorfinn move away from the carriage so he could get to Gardar. So he won that one there. But after that, it's just full on pain the entire episode. And just beautiful. I don't know how else to describe it. Just very sad and beautiful at the same time. And
just the meaning behind the episode and the characters.
Not just that, I've said it in my video also. If you remember episode 1, how episode 1 started of season 2?
Season 2.
First episode. What happened in the first episode?
When
first scene.
I don't know. I don't know if I remember. I'm trying to think of when they're picking out prisoners.
No.
But that's not the very first.
I suggest you watch episode 1 and then watch like the middle part of this episode or a bit later in the middle. Episode 1 started with that Icelandic Nordic language code, and you saw some random characters that you have no idea who they were. They were Gardar and Arnheid, so everything was connected back there. It was their life story. When I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? And that scene made no sense back when we saw it in episode 1. It's insane how tied everything was and brought it everything together. I'm like, damn. Just realizing that was insane, seeing their life stories. Just they made them into main characters. They didn't expect them like this is gonna be about Thorfinn, which it is, Thorfinn and Canute and everything, the main story. But giving so much attention to some characters that you have no idea about them is insane. And people are complaining about season 2. Just blows my mind how people are complaining about season 2.
I think they're just missing the meaning behind the.
Yeah, it's expectations. They're going into it and like
No, I think it's just, and like I said, I think it is right though. It is harder to watch week to week because it is a slower pace.
It is. It's definitely is. I would recommend binging it instead of week to week. But if I wasn't doing videos, I would have binged it.
Yeah, binge would be a lot better. I think for season 2, I would definitely.
Yeah, definitely much better binged.
Go on. Now I'm a super fan, so like.
Yeah.
I have no problem, but yeah, it's the meanings behind it, and especially like the world that they live in with
violence is just
Viking violence, and it's realizing like especially at his end where that this was not the right way, and that's what like Thorfinn's thinking now and stuff like that. That this whole like we need to kill people to go to Valhalla. And
it's never
like
going to end. You just kill. It's a never-ending cycle. Violence.
This is not in that time period. So it was really good. I'm excited for tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, me too.
Because things are still ramping up. They still have issues coming their way.
There's so many things there's gonna happen in that. For me, the preview episodes, it's insane. And I'm not ashamed. I actually cried quite a lot at this episode.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely hit me in the feels, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Being a parent and stuff like that.
Just hits hard like a truck.
Yeah, and I really like the meaning behind it. This is me. This is what I love. I like deep story. When we talked about like our favorite things, like I'm a deep story guy. Like give me that.
For me, I can appreciate both. I just.
Oh yeah. It is different, but like what I crave more is like I love like deep stories. Like I don't know which way the story is gonna go. That's my favorite thing. And
for me, it depends on the mood. Sometimes I like just pump it in my vein, overpower main character. But sometimes I
still enjoy action stuff. I like DBZ and stuff still. Like it's just I like the eye candy stuff. Like give me that animation. I love Fate and stuff like that. But man, what I really love though is some deep story. Give me that deep lore. Give me that foreshadowing stuff. Like make me think. I like that. That's my a cup of coffee, you know.
I hope people also actually watch season 2 and appreciate it for what it is.
Oh, I think they will. I think, like I said, I think it's a binge watching thing. I think they might go back and be like, oh, okay,
I hope so.
I see.
Yeah, they're missing out. You're missing out. Just do yourself a favor and watch Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much with recent anime.
That was a long one.
We've been watching. Yeah, I kind of like almost 50 minutes there talking about recent anime.
Whole episode. Well,
yeah, we can end it here, guys. That's it. That's the episode. No more unique anime. You get a shorter episode now, just recent. We're gonna get into the main topic with unique anime over here. We have quite a few, but like I said at the start, don't think.
We didn't think of all of it. We
didn't watch all of the anime.
I didn't look up over 1,000 animes. I didn't watch all
things
of these.
We haven't watched, things that maybe for me is not unique, maybe for you is not unique. Everybody has a different definitions here. Maybe we've watched maybe less of genres like this. Just series kind of different for us, that gave us a different feel from just watching some other series. So
yeah.
You want to take the first one? We're probably going to have a lot of overlap, honestly, here. I'm curious which series we have the same.
Yeah. So, I'll just start off with an easy one for me.
Okay.
I think One Piece is unique. All right. I don't think there's anything like One Piece. With art design, if you want to say, the goofiness. I think the foreshadowing is absolutely ridiculous. The deep story, a lot of like political kind of like stuff. Now there is obviously other animes like this, but the way like One Piece does it, I think it's the world building that is probably the best.
The world building is the strongest point of One Piece.
Yes, and that's why I think it makes it unique, because there's not much. At least I can't think of much like just straight up like world building. Like I said, I've always compared to like it's like a Marvel universe. Where like multiple characters, it's big now. It's like really big. It has all these.
It's big, but it's also had a lot of time. Honestly, that's why. And not.
But
nobody
like,
does it like Oda. How many characters there are?
Yeah.
Tying them together, worlds.
We look at a character list of how many characters and how many like deep stories they have and stuff, and how much time.
It's insane how much.
Yes, so I think it's just a very unique perspective.
Quantity there is in One Piece. I'm not talking about the episode numbers or the chapters, just quantity of stories, characters, places. It's insane how much there is in One Piece, and all of it being tied together, regardless if you like it or don't or hate it or like it, whatever. Just you can't deny the fact how much there is in One Piece.
Yeah, and like how much Oda talks about and has characters, like it's crazy. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of meanings in life in there too. So it's very unique in that. Yeah,
the anime made me cry about the ship.
Like representation of like other people and stuff like that. So.
Very diverse anime. It would be an understatement to say how much there is there.
Very diverse. But yeah, no, One Piece is awesome. I think it's a unique one. That's my easy one.
Yeah,
so what's yours? What's yours, sir?
Okay, let's start with. I think we already talked a bit about this one, Odd Taxi.
Oh, Odd Taxi, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the most unique animes out there, especially from episode 1, and actually very relatable to real life. Some episodes just hit you quite hard, but there aren't many series, you can probably count them on one hand, having so many characters, so many plot points, and tied together in such a shorter time. I already talked about One Piece, but it's longer. With One Piece, you have a lot of time to flesh things out. But here in Odd Taxi, it's a very realistic type of stories, down to earth. There's not superpowers, anything like that. And having that ending, everything being tied together, it's insane how they managed to do that. So many twists, turns, characters, them being connected with each other. There's even a gacha episode, already talked about last episode, gacha. It even has that one thing. And if you pay attention, it actually rewards you. Paying attention, like details, movement, what they say, what happened here, remembering things like that, you can figure out things. So this is an anime.
You can totally guess. You can totally guess the ending. There are clues.
If you pay attention, it more than rewards you. There's
I won't
also
say it's hard, but
it
there
is.
is clues.
It's like a murder mystery that you can solve yourself if you pay attention. It rewards you for that. And there's also some audio type things, if I remember correctly. That each episode ends that I'm not gonna spoil how those audio things happen and from where you hear them, but it's tied to the plot that kind of expand more beyond the anime. There's also going to be a movie. There's one more loose end at the ending there, which the movie hopefully is going to cover. Yeah, even from the first episode you can figure out a big reveal that's going to happen at the end. So one of the most unique anime I've ever seen. I highly recommend give it a watch. It's an experience.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. So for me, my next one, I put Black Lagoon in here because I haven't seen miniseries like Black Lagoon, and not even just like, I don't know, just it's like the hardcore nature of it, the swearing, everything like it. It's
more gritty
it's
type
not,
of
it's
series.
not many. Yeah, it's more gritty. It's more like kind of like ridiculous, but like it's kind of like Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah, it's
in
very
anime, form, which I haven't seen that much.
I would recommend you try Jormungand.
That's the other one that he did. It's the same creator, right?
Yeah.
But like
that's
still the same
universe,
guy.
if I remember.
Yeah. But like, other than that, there's not many. You said the golf one was kind of like,
it has some elements to it.
Yeah, but like in general, I can't think of like anything else that's kind of like Black Lagoon in anime. At least not that I have seen yet. There's not another anime where I'm like, yeah, this is like Black Lagoon a lot. Like, no, I think it's pretty unique.
Yeah, it is. There are some that
fun,
are similar to it, but yeah, Black Lagoon is very
like the style of it, though. I guess is the uniqueness of the like just how ridiculous Revy, the overtop swearing. Like, it's probably one of the most swearing animes I've watched. So it's kind of an older one, but I would recommend Black Lagoon.
And one of the series I can even recommend the dub, not just the sub. The dub is amazing. Very few series are up there with
Revy's awesome for
the dub. Revy, the nun, I forgot her name. Honestly,
Umbrella chick you talking about?
The maid also, Roberta, Balalaika. Oh, amazing. If you want girl characters that are actually strong characters, Black Lagoon is the series.
Yeah. So
I'm happy with Black Lagoon.
Yeah. All right, what do you got? What's number 2?
Okay, let's see. The Idaten deities know only peace. I don't know have you heard about this one?
I don't think so.
I recommend you watch it. This is a very gory series, to say the least. And if you want cursing straight into, I didn't expect this one to be as good, and it's also very creepy. Do you remember the scene in Hunter x Hunter when they were messing around with that character's brain? I forgot the name.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Kind of like that type of style.
Okay.
Demons versus humans and some gods trying to keep the peace there, but very violent would be an understatement. They show a lot of the gory things that are happening there. I'm trying to talk without spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. I hope it's gonna get more. The art style is amazing. It's a few years ago, couple of years or something like that.
Let me check. I've seen that one.
When was it aired? 2021, towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Highly recommend this one for unique anime. It's very hard to describe it without spoilers, honestly. But just gory, but good gory. Like, it actually makes sense why it's gory, and they're showing the serious things instead of off-screening them, or hey, this happened, or maybe giving you things to assume maybe that happened, or things like that. They actually show the gory side of the story, and it makes sense. It's not just for the sake of goriness.
I'll put it on the list.
More people need to watch it, and I really hope we're gonna get more. I don't think there's enough material, but hopefully later on it's going to happen. Let's see what you got next.
Next one. So I put another old one here.
Okay.
because for me right now, I don't think I've seen anything kind of like it. Maybe I just haven't seen. There might be more out there, but I put Samurai Shampoo out there. I have not seen a very hip hop samurai anime as much as Samurai Shampoo, which
I didn't watch
just
Samurai. I just know clips about it. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. It's great. It's actually really good. Actually, it's a good story, but like the fighting and like the hip hop music and stuff with it, it's great. And I can't think of another anime. There might be one. I haven't seen it. Maybe
Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai, maybe, but like Samurai Shampoo, in my opinion, had more of the music and the fighting stuff with it. It was a lot of fun. The characters were a lot of fun. But I think the unique part of it was the music mixed with the fighting. I haven't seen that with like the samurai, especially that time frame, right, and stuff like that. And I thought it was just a really cool mix. So I think that made it like really unique. I just haven't seen another samurai-ish kind of.
I heard a lot of people praising it and saying it's very unique.
Yeah, it's really good. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. Actually, it's really good. I still think it holds up too. Like the animation was pretty good at its time that came out. It was like early 2000s, but. Or late 90s, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, Samurai Shampoo. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, okay.
Number 3.
Let's see, what do I have here? Let's go with Vivi Fluoride's Eye Song. This is another more recent one and kind of fits right now with what's happening in the real world with AI. The main character is an AI in this series. It's from the creator of ReZero.
Oh yeah.
Made it in my top 10. One was 2021, or if I remember correctly. Highly recommend. The animation is beautiful, especially the eyes. It has a proper ending for the stories. Very, very good. Very few series have the quality that Vivi has right here, and the uniqueness with the story. Having an AI as the main character, I don't think there are a lot of them, or maybe even any of them like this, giving attention to a character so much like that. And the fighting, there's actually really, really good fighting, especially one fight here is I would put it even up there with the choreography, same as God of High School, one of the fighting scenes. Regardless what everybody feels about God of High School, we already talked about it, its issues. The fighting is really good also in Vivi, and looks amazing.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that one too.
I hope you get to it.
We talked about it.
Yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah, I just haven't gone to it yet. Well, I love ReZero, of course, but
yeah.
My next one I put. So this is more of an art style uniqueness.
Yeah, I have one like that also.
Soul Eater. I think Soul Eater. I have not seen another anime with the art style of Soul Eater. Very Halloween-ish vibe. Very like if you're like, hey, what anime should I watch in October?
Yeah, I'll definitely
easily recommend Soul Eater. Like it gives you a Halloween vibe. I love that vibe. One of my favorite times in October and stuff like that. And I just haven't seen another anime. Like there's a couple that maybe come close, but the only one is like maybe like D Greyman kind of had a little bit of it.
I would put Irumakun there, very similar to Soul Eater.
Makun kind of.
No, Irumakun.
Oh, Irumakun. Okay. I was thinking magical, whatever.
And also, of course, magical. From the same creator, he did Fire Force also.
Yeah. Fire Force is not really the Halloween. It's kind of. Yeah, it has the certain art style, but not. Soul Eater's like different, but I really enjoyed Soul Eater's art style a lot. Love the characters, everything like that. But man, I think the art style is like super unique, and
it is.
And the anime,
simply the genre. Sun and the moon is probably the most unique you're ever gonna see in anime. Let alone the characters, their powers, the story.
Like Stein, I think is very cool kind of character. The art style of Stein and everything. The sword,
like that. The Excalibur, Death, Big. There's so many unique things.
Music's great too.
Especially the piano.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you put Soul Eater here.
Yeah, with like the little devil dude and stuff.
Awesome.
I was thinking the intro, man. The intro. I still listen to the intro of that.
I know it's one of the things I wish it gets the Brotherhood treatment.
Yeah, I do too. I would love to. I still really enjoy the original, but I would love to
Yeah,
get a
definitely.
full-fledged Soul Eater would be cool. What we got?
Okay. Again, since you mentioned an art style one focused for its uniqueness, I'm gonna put Katana Gatari here, which I think has one of the most unique art styles here. Even the stories, it feels like a painting coming alive. The art style and the story also having that artsy style to it, if you get my meaning, with how it is. It looks gorgeous. The characters, the colors pop out so much. It's like watching a painting instead of an actual anime. And it has a proper ending. It's a bit longer because the episodes has like 13 episodes if I remember correctly, but they're 40 minutes, so like 20 something regular episodes. But it just looks beautiful, and it all can I say this without spoilers? I'm not gonna say anything about the ending. The ending is very good. I really recommend Katana Gatari. It's also from the creator of Monogatari, which I never got into Monogatari for a lot of reasons, which I don't know if I'm ever gonna get into the series, but Katana Gatari I highly recommend it. It looks amazing. The story is awesome. The characters are awesome here. It has fights also. And yes, more people need to watch it.
I've not seen that one, so
yeah, I get it. It's not a lot of people know about it, which I hope at least try one episode.
Yeah. My next one, which I know Aries likes this one a lot too, and I don't think I've seen anything. So I put Baccano.
Yeah, I have Baccano here also.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so you can talk about it. Yeah, I really haven't seen this kind of like, I don't know, what do we look like, crazy tie-in characters on a train. Like it's literally on a train for most of the time.
The train, and it has multiple timelines.
Yes.
It's not just one time. You have future, past, present, however you want to take it.
All these interesting characters on this train with interesting things going on. Rail Tracer.
The dialogue between them is awesome. Being a more realistic type of series, Mobster, one of the better Mobster series, Mafia series that we have.
One of my favorites
in general. It has also one of my favorite characters in anime, Vino, or the Rail Tracer, Claire Stanfield.
Rail Tracer.
Yeah, I love that guy so much. Just his mentality. He doesn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what he said in the series, but just know I love the character. No spoilers here. I highly recommend Baccano. And again, still can recommend the dub.
Yeah, the dub's good too.
Dub or sub, doesn't matter, both are great here. One of the exceptions. Again, we have quite a few of them here with unique anime.
People are like, oh, dub, oh no.
Yeah, majority of the time I can understand that why people don't prefer the dub, but there's
actually good dubs out there. All right. Yeah, I like dubs. All right. I like both. I just, I usually watch sub because it comes out earlier.
There are some series that I actually prefer the dub more than the sub sometimes.
Yep, there is actually a few.
Yeah, I'm glad. Baccano is awesome. And okay, let's see. I'm gonna put. I have Psychopath here, which I think is very unique. Honestly, very few series deal with things like this, the dystopian future that we have here, and doesn't really seem that dystopian with the way our world is heading right now, honestly.
Yeah.
AIs and checking everything, surveillance and controlling. And it's awesome. Season 2 is probably the weakest of it, but hey, I get it. You can just watch season 1. It's more than a decent, good ending point. After season 2, it has some issues. Season 3 gets better, the movies are awesome, also getting more psychopaths. The Dominator is probably one of the most unique guns in anime, period. That we have the pistol, the explosions. And
I need to catch up on that.
Yeah, I highly recommend catching up. The story continues, and when we had the villain episodes, it has one of my favorite villains in anime in general. Make sure you check out that episode, the villains episode. Makishima is an awesome villain, which is very scary, has that type of aura about him. When, of course, you have monsters that destroy planets, galaxies, whatever, but when you have a human like this, scares you more, something more grounded into the earth than exaggerated things. But I highly recommend Psychopaths.
Yeah, I probably have to do a whole rewatch on that, and then
Yeah. It's that type of series that need to pay attention and remember
yeah,
things.
just because it's God, I haven't watched it since that came out. I think it was the last time. It's
Yeah.
been a while now.
I
Like,
did a
holy crap.
rewatch also when I caught
Did
up
you?
fully
Okay.
with it.
But yeah, it's been has it been like 8
It's
years?
been
Yeah, it's been a
something like
while.
that. Yeah. I'm
I
glad we're
get it.
getting more. Hey, we're getting another movie, which I'm glad.
Yeah. All right, for my next one, I put one of my all-time favorite shows. I think it's art style, the story, everything is Gurren Lagann. My favorite mecha anime. I don't think I don't know. It's like
There's a
kind
lot
of
of
over the
similar
top.
series. Yeah, with Goreng, but I get
I
the
don't.
uniquest to it.
The art is really really cool, but like I love how like it's only like a 24, 26 episode anime, but man, it felt like a 100 episode anime.
Yeah, they did very
Um,
well the passing of
the
time into the
journey,
anime. Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
journey.
journey that we
Yeah.
went through. Um, Great characters, great music. The art style is really cool. The ridiculous
And the movies
power
also, the
upping.
ending, it
Yeah,
has.
it's very
It's an awesome series, one of the best animes in general.
yes, and I hope people still watch it because that one is very old as
They
well
do.
now.
But
So
it
it's like
more than stands up to today.
yeah, it does actually, especially with the art style. Like the animation is really good. So I think it came out in like 2006, I think 2007.
Something, 2000 something. I don't remember the
Yeah,
exact year. I'm bad with years. When it comes with
yeah.
years, I'm bad with that. But yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I love Gurren Lagann. I think it's very even if you're not like if you're not into mech animes, like I feel like this one you could watch though. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it's the more easier one to get into
It's
compared to other mech animes.
and it's also a very good anime just to get in anime, not just to get into manga.
Yeah,
Just getting into it. It's a awesome series to start with anime. If you're new to something like this medium that we're talking quite a lot about it,
yeah.
Gurren Lagann is awesome to
Yeah,
start
if you're
your
new
journey
to
here.
anime or you're just getting into anime, maybe these will help you. You know, you go check these
Yeah.
out if you're looking for something.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put Megalobox, which I think is the most unique sports anime, if you can even call it sports anime, honestly, because
I agree. I didn't have this on my list, but yes, I 100% agree.
yeah, we have
know why.
Haikyuu, you have Kuroko no Basket, we had Blue Lock over here, but they're very similar and also different at the same time. But Megalobox is a more realistic story, especially season 2, which deals with a lot of heavy things, showing very grounded characters, very realistic stories, and not a lot of anime show what season 2 showed in Megalobox. And while yes, it can be categorized as a sports anime, I think that diminishes what Megalobox is. It's more than a sports anime.
It's more.
Yeah, with people I know,
has a lot more deep meanings and stuff.
A lot of people don't like sports anime, but trust me, try Megalobox. It's not that going to high school and working together as a team to beat the tournament and whatever. Don't get me wrong, I like that type of thing, but this is not what I'm saying when Megalobox is a sports anime. No.
No.
And the soundtrack, the art style, it's amazing. It hits you in the feels. It looks great. The story is there. Awesome series. One of the most unique series I've ever seen, and I highly recommend Megalobox.
Yes, I do too. We kind of already talked about it, but I did have Dr. Stone on here. So for the scientific,
I would say
I haven't seen a series like this at all. It's kind of like rebuild civilizations / with science. You know? Like, it's very
another awesome series to get into anime. Period. And I wish it was in school and for kids.
Yeah.
And it's great for adults also. And
yeah, no, it's just really fun. Like you will learn stuff that maybe you didn't know about. Seemed like the guy that wrote this or drew this, he's just a huge science fan. It seems like and I think it's just really fun. Like it's just a fun idea. Like, hey, what if this happened? How will we do with a really smart dude? Like, how do we?
I think what it does great, even for somebody that, let's say you're an expert in a field, you're a rocket scientist. You know that type of thing. You know it in the back of your hand. You can calculate, you can do the math. But what a lot of people struggle with, even if you know something, it's very hard to pass on that knowledge. Like you trying to explain rocket science to somebody that has no idea about it, it's very hard, which Dr. Stone does an amazing job explaining science in a way very easily digestible, easily to understand, putting into simple terms that make sense even in science way and in normal terms for somebody to understand, which I highly am glad about that.
Yes.
And it's awesome. It's just simply fun. The characters, exaggerations, we can go on and praising Dr.
Probably
Stone
one of the
always.
funnest ways to learn science, is what I would say. That's what it captures. It's a fun journey.
When teachers said in school science is fun, they had no idea about Dr. Stone. This is how we do fun science.
Makes me want to learn science more.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Ranking of Kings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love the story.
It's the art style too.
The art style, yeah. Honestly, for me, it feels like fairy tales coming to life. Like, you know, Red Riding Hood's.
It reminds me of like old fantasy books,
old fairy tales books that coming to life. That when the first time I was watching, hey, am I watching an old kids story here? And also the serious thing, because if you guys know, the actual old fairy tales are more gruesome than what we had in school.
They made it a lot more
German folk story, that we get here, and just beautiful. The animation is awesome. The story is there. It hits you in the feels, to say the least. And it gets more serious at time. I know people have issues with the ending that's happening in the series. I didn't have issues with it.
I didn't have issues.
There was one thing that I'm curious about. I'd love to see what more people think about it. I'm not gonna go into spoilers here with Ranking of Kings. Just please watch it. It's an awesome series. The soundtrack is also there, especially the opening. And I'm a guy that doesn't really watch openings or endings. I kind of skip them, even though there's a few.
I only watch openings if it's really good.
Right. I skip them and I randomly found them. Sometimes I don't randomly.
My rule is I always watch it once. If it's really good, then I'll listen to it more. But if it's not, I get it. I always test it out.
We started kind of playing. I don't know if you know the game Anime Music Q, MQ.
Okay, yeah.
Where you listen to the part 20 seconds of a song and you guess if it's from what anime it is. Yeah. From that one, I kind of got some openings there, even though I'm the skip guy. But it's awesome. Just do yourself a favor, watch Ranking of Kings. Its story.
You know opening I like a lot right now? Which the Vinland Saga one.
Oh yeah. Really good. I heard that.
And the ending's really good too. Yeah. But I really dig that one.
Well, yeah, Ranking of Kings, awesome. Let's see what you got next.
I have Keep Your Hands Off Ezeokin.
I know it, but I didn't watch it.
But again, there might be, but I haven't seen it. But this is probably one of the best ones I've seen explain how anime is made.
I think I haven't seen one that is similar, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there are a few similar ones, but this for me, what I've seen so far, I haven't seen an anime that explains like how the animation, how you create animation, stuff like that. That's what this whole anime is about. It's like a behind the scenes just version of how you make anime. It's these three girls that like one's the business girl who, you know, has to go and like sell the animation. And then you got the background. The other one is the main like girl, she's like she does the background drawings, she does like that. And then they found the other one who does the animation with the characters and stuff, with the movements, stuff like that, and how they come up and they create these short anime like films for like their school and stuff, and because they wanted to create their own animation club. And then they get like a sound guy later and they show you how to put the sound in and how the moves, and it does a really cool thing, like how they kind of like how Dr. Stone explains like science and stuff. They kind of do like a fun like artsy thing where like how they explain like what they're putting in, how they're doing it, and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool, like just like the information and stuff, and I thought it was a fun way to tell it. So
I only know about it. I didn't watch it. It didn't seem like my type of series, but I know it's very good in what it does, and
it's really cool. Very unique, like I said,
okay, that was a perfect segue with one of the series that I have here. Recreators. which
Recreators.
you said keep your hands off Ejoken, if I remember the name, or if I can pronounce it properly. Recreators does kind of the same thing, but about stories, how stories are made. It tells you the process, what it goes into creating
it has the genres.
A story. Yeah, it has so many genres into it, from different type of stories, universes coming together in a reverse isekai, like fantasy, science fiction characters coming to real world, and what would happen there if stories came to life. And it also deals with a very serious subject for the main character and the guilt that happened thanks to that incident. It's a very dialogue heavy series if you are not into that type of things, which I think it's more than worth it. The fights are also there. It has a proper ending here, a conclusion. I highly recommend the Recreators if you want to learn more about storytelling, how it's told, how it's made, what goes into creating a story from a simple one to a more complicated one. Recreators is very unique in what it does and how it presents stories and its own stories, which is kind of a huge achievement doing something like this.
Yeah, and also it's like Fate as well. If you part of the Fate series, it's kind of like that, but like more of you get these characters, these stories behind them, but it's like certain genres.
A Recreator is Fate if it made sense. Honestly,
the timeline.
There's so many roads and timelines and whatever in Fate. It doesn't make sense. The timeline. Recreator, it does.
Well, Recreators just does a good job with like the themes of like, let's say, you know, your mecha anime, your
magical
girly
girl anime,
your
idol, murder mystery, fantasy,
murder mystery.
It has a lot of genres tied together.
Yeah, your detective dude and stuff, and like, it's really cool. I actually like that one. So I put our Vinland Saga in here because
definitely.
I don't know how many other Viking animes there are.
Not just Viking doing storytelling.
I'm just saying in general, like
the
storytelling, everything like that. But like just the Viking genre, like in anime, I don't know. I don't think I've seen another Viking anime. There might be one. I don't know. But I think it's very unique. Obviously, the storytelling's great. The characters are very great. Everything like that. But I just think it's really cool that it's a very Viking themed anime. And like I said, I honestly don't know if there is another one.
I don't think if there's another Viking anime, honestly. But you guys know we love Vinland Saga. We talk about it pretty much every week here on the podcast. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor and watch it. And season 1 is a work of art, especially the ending there. And season 1 is just the prologue of the story. Season 2 is the actual story. And right now it's insane the quality that Vinland Saga has, and it just blows my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
So watch it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I have quite a few more, but some of them we're gonna go fast here, depending how many you also have. Or
I only got a couple more.
Deep dive them. I have one that I think it deserves here just for the art style. K Project.
I went with. Okay, I was just gonna say I went with like 10. So
yeah, I get it.
Because that's been our magic number. All right, that's been our magic number.
I have 10 men once and 10 that.
I could have named a lot more, but like I was aiming for 10. So.
K Project, which
K Project. Oh yeah.
Amazing. The colors, just those bright colors, that filter that it has on it, the characters, the story is awesome with the blades in the sky. Their power system is also very interesting. It looks awesome, and not so many people have watched K Project. It's actually such a good series. Kind of makes me sad why not a lot of people have watched it. I think there's 2 seasons, a movie or something like that. There's a bit more content.
I actually enjoyed that one. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it.
I wish more people would watch K Project. Yeah, the fight scenes, the flames.
The cat girl at the beginning.
Neko.
I still remember the episode.
Neko, she's awesome.
The first episode. Yeah, she's great.
Awesome. It has some sexy characters, to say the least, in K Project. The guys are also sexy, depending which you like. Just such beautiful colors. That's how I describe K Project.
Yeah, it's a
especially for
cool
the
art
style.
style.
The story is also pretty good. A Sword of Damocles. I finally remember the name of what they have in the sky there. But yeah, K Project, an awesome, very very unique series. Just by the art style, honestly.
That was really good. So for me, I went. I have To Your Eternity.
Yeah.
The very deep meaning of life.
Yeah.
You got a character that does not know anything about life and is learning through life, and very different emotions and different things and understandings of life. At least I haven't seen season 2 yet, but
I
at
was
least for
about to
season
say,
1.
I agree with season 1. I don't agree with
Yeah,
season 2.
season 1. Because by the end of season 1, he's kind of learned like what humanity is like. Season
Yeah.
1, I feel like is learning
Season
how
1 is very unique, especially the first few episodes.
Yeah, interacting and stuff like that. So, very emotional damage series, but just I really like the deep meaning of a lot of the lessons he learned
Yep.
and stuff like that. So, and I think it's very, very interesting and a very interesting way to tell. And I kind of figured when you start watching that show, you kind of figured like that's where it's going, that's the direction. Like,
It's very
oh,
easy to figure out where it's going.
yeah, like this is gonna be rough. Yeah, it is.
I'm curious
It's a
what you're
rough
gonna
patch.
think when you get to season 2.
Yeah. I'm excited to see more. Just gotta be emotionally prepared because season 1 wrecked me. But yeah, I really like the deep meaning ability of To Your Eternity.
Okay, my next one I'm gonna put here, Made in Abyss.
Yes,
Made
I
in
have this one
Abyss is
too.
a very very unique series. We already had the Made in Abyss episode. Make sure you check that one out if you want us to go fully deep into Made in Abyss.
It's something, that's for sure.
Just yeah, Eldritch horrors. Just prepare. That's all I'm gonna say. When you watch Made in Abyss, prepare. There's season 1 movie, season 2. That's the order. The movie is kind of like part of season 1, then season 2 just kind of amplifies a lot of the things that are happening in Made in Abyss. It's an awesome series. The soundtrack by Kevin Penkin, pretty much everybody knows about that. The story is there, the characters, you scratching your head a lot of the times, you being hurt physically and emotionally would be an understatement. But yeah,
and they have deep meaning stuff in there too.
Yeah,
about
they do.
Greed and like
just about life, everything in life, sin, values, everything.
And it's kind of like Ranking of Kings, that the characters have like their own agenda of things, like what they want to do.
Yep.
You don't know what, and then like me and Aries, we debated about this, especially with
just make sure you watch
the one character we debated about.
The episode with the Made in Abyss. He kind of took over that episode. We had
2,
the plan, and then it was just the Made in Abyss episode. So yeah, Made in Abyss is definitely a unique series.
Yeah. So I just have one more.
Okay.
This is the big one. A lot of people already know it, but I think it's still unique, and I still think people should watch it. Again, we haven't seen the ending, because we're on part 37, but I think Attack on Titan is very unique. It is a different kind of style. It is a deep meaning about war, which you don't see really that. At least I think they do a really good job explaining it.
There's a lot of war series. There's a lot of
war series, but you don't really get to see the both side effects, I guess. I just haven't seen it this well told, I guess, the way the characters are. Obviously, there's way more than that. Like, it goes way deeper than... I just love how Attack on Titan starts. I think of, like, the journey we went through, how it started, until, like, where we are now.
And especially Eren. Eren as a character, his transition,
Eren is the main character. Yeah. Just, like, we are a whole different place right now. So, and it's been a great journey, honestly, and I love it. Like I said, I love deep meanings and stuff like that, and I think this is probably one of the best ones that tells... about war. Like, no one really wins, but you get to see both sides and the hard parts of it, if you want to say. So, I think it does a fantastic job in that. Way better than I ever thought. Especially, man, thinking what Attack on Titan was until what it became, and
what it is now. Yeah,
it's crazy. So, I definitely want to do a rewatch when I think it's all done.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome doing a
full
rewatch. I
binge,
did one.
like-
I'm still gonna do another one.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
final season started.
I want to catch things I missed because I haven't watched it in a while.
It's there when you're gonna catch up a lot of things right now that you know that.
Yeah.
Back then we had no idea what we were missing, just small details that kind of give away big things, but you have no idea. You're watching then, but you don't know what that means.
I can't wait to see the ending. If I'm gonna hate it, love it,
Yeah,
or think it's okay,
I'm curious also
or
when the ending is finally going to happen. Which
I
is
don't know.
We're
Eventually
gonna see.
gonna happen.
We're gonna
Maybe next year.
final part 76 out of final.jpg 3569 frames.
Maybe the next 5 years it'll be done.
We're gonna see. It's a meme. At this point, final season is a meme, but yeah. Just the naming, it's kind of funny. They named it final and it has so many parts.
Yeah, they should have not said final. They should have just went with season 5. And then
Yeah.
when they actually got to the final, then begin.
Okay, I do have here ReZero,
Yeah, where's that? Yeah.
which there's a lot of isekais out there, which I'm the isekai guy probably. I love isekai, whatever. But ReZero is very unique for the isekai genre, very unique for the anime, because you have a very underpowered main character, a very shitty, flawed character that has a lot of mistakes, which people I know they hate Subaru, but they're missing the point of the character. The point is for him to be flawed and grow as a person through his many mistakes and also many deaths, let me put it that way.
How about mental health issues, you know?
That would be an understatement. Mental health.
Yeah.
I think he's gone past that point with mental health.
He's been through a lot.
And just the world building is very interesting. The characters, the powers that is happening, they're just a lot of things are going on in ReZero, which I feel was just at the beginning. And I'm so happy we're getting more. Finally, season 3.
Yeah, season 3.
It's happening over here. There was a similar series with its summertime rendering, which I still recommend. But in that series, the character is a good person.
Yeah.
And he becomes overpowered later on. But yeah, an argument can be made for Subaru to also be overpowered, but he more than pays for what he gets with his power. I don't even call it a power, more like a curse, honestly.
It's a curse, yeah.
Yeah, with
especially the world he's living in, the things he's got to go through.
Yeah, I know ReZero is very popular. A lot of people know about it, but I still think it's one of the most unique series in general, not just isekai that we have. There's a lot of isekais that I love, be it Mushoku Tensei, Slime, whatever, but ReZero is very unique.
But like this isekai is like he's powerless and he has to have other people help.
Yeah, he has to rely on others. He has to solve with the help of others. He's not like I'm gonna grow more powerful, solve problems.
Yeah.
No, that's not how ReZero works.
No.
It's a murder mystery every arc, and he is the victim.
every
that's ReZero.
Those damn rabbits, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm never gonna look at rabbits the same.
Yeah, no, can't trust.
So I'm gonna list a few fast. Already kind of gone through the
speed run.
Speed run. Already had there's so many series which we haven't talked about. I'm gonna put here No Game No Life, Mondaiji with the game rule. The world already talked about them quite a lot. Overlord having the POV of a villain controlling the world.
Yes.
Steins Gate for the time travel type of series, one of the better ones, probably the best that did time travel in general. Akudama Drive and Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and Astra Lost in Space or Kanata no Astra. Just my recommendation for some of the unique animes. So yeah, there's quite a lot of them, a lot of that we haven't listed, a lot that we haven't watched. If you guys have some of your own unique animes, put it down in the comments.
Put it in the comments down below.
So yeah, I'm really curious what you guys think of the series that we talked so far here. Have you watched them, or did the series catch your eye? Are you gonna watch it, or at least check it out? Let us know.
Make sure you rate the podcast. You know, if you're on Spotify or anything like that, review it. It helps us out. You know, if you're on YouTube, comment down below, hit the like button, hit the sub button.
For the algorithm gods.
It's the algorithm. You know, we need it. We need it. It helps us. Hey, and we're just gonna keep making more content for y'all. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the ride. I've been having a blast.
Yeah,
So
me too. It's fun. It's always fun.
I look forward to Sunday every day. So
Me too. It's fun just talking about anime with somebody
yeah,
also the same.
yeah. It's really fun. So, but yeah, that is it for Because of Anime. This episode, we're wrapping it up.
We're gonna see you guys next week.
Yeah. Well,
And,
next. Schedule. Next Wednesday. Time. What is
next
time?
Next episode. Time is just an illusion.
Yeah.
We're all in a simulation over here, right?
Yeah,
this is an isekai, by the way. You're an isekai.
Yep.
Your power is to watch this podcast. We're gonna see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.